Hi, beautiful being. Hey, how tough are programs that run in your life that keep you trapped in experiencing exactly the same thing over and over and over again? And in my work as a discoverer of experience, I am trying to piece together why our programs are so trapping and so difficult to escape. And one of the things I'm beginning to realize is that they have a dual nature. Our programs aren't simply good and they're not simply bad. They have elements of both. And the reason they have elements of both is that it makes them uncomfortable enough for us to feel a sense of entrapment in them, but they feel comfortable enough to also perpetuate them so that we want to keep in that cycle. So an example is that, for example, you are in a relationship and you have a sense of physical closeness. You're in a committed relationship. Yet you have a great deal of emotional lack and emotional disconnect. So there's like this wanting and striving to be somewhere else rather than the place you are in the relationship. But the pieces keep interplaying that you find yourself stuck in the repeated formation of the patterning. So on one hand, you're like, well, we're together, so this is just how it's going to be, and I can't really do much to change him or her, and I have to just put up with this. And on the other hand, there's like, but I don't have the emotional intimacy, and I really want to change that, and I don't know how to connect, and it's really difficult for me. And then what happens is the stories that come from both sides end up taking up so much emotional energy and so much consciousness. And then they keep us trapped in these loops of experience. So the relationship then becomes the core paradigm that you are continually thinking about, that you're continually worrying about, that you're continually wondering about. And then the creation energy that you have becomes drained. And you get these set ideas about, wow, the relationship's not good and there's no way to change it and I'm trapped in it and this is how it is, yet I don't want to get out of it, or I can't get out of it. And it goes round and round and round in these cycles. So my offering to you is that if you're having repeated thoughts about the same topic, it's most likely that you have a program running. It's actually 100% likely. If you continue to think the same thoughts about the same thing over and over and over again, you're running a program. So maybe it's about even your health. Say, for example, you are feeling a continual sense of being unwell, and you have a lot of focus on that. So you do a lot of things that you deem as positive to stay well, and to keep the illness at bay, but the illness remains. So you're like, well, I'm doing these positive things, yet the negative feeling of still being sick is here. So I'm trapped in this expression of I'm not healthy, but my obsession is with creating everything around me to become healthy. And then you're running a program of being in ill health. And the reason why it's a program is because the thoughts are pervasive and overwhelming. If you are simply in ill health and you accepted that fact and you just got on with life and did what you needed to do, but you didn't think about it, then there wouldn't be a program running. But if you're continually analyzing and seeing the pros and cons of a situation and feeling the discomfort of it and wanting to get out of it, then there's program running. Because when program doesn't run, you are in full wholeness and acceptance of where you are. because there's no stories. There's no trying to decipher everything from your own lens, which is false. The lens of perception that you have is false when you're running programs, because the truth is this freedom beyond thought of you being whole wherever you are, in any situation, in a relationship, whether good, bad, ugly, the wholeness can override the thought of what it is. Your wholeness can override the obsessive thoughts about your health. Your wholeness can override that feeling of not being good enough. That wholeness can override any aspect of yourself and the continual thought patterns that keep you trapped into your limited expression. Because that's what programs are doing. They're keeping you trapped in your lack, in your longing, in your not being sure about who you are. And in the continual push-pull of the pattern, you're not actually coming into a wholeness of self that is your birthright, that is your potential. So when you see the patterns flaring, when you see the push-pull and the obsessive thoughts about having to be somewhere you're not, simply acknowledge the patterning. You have deep programmed pattern that's constructed in such a way that it's very, very hard to break free from. But just seeing that as truth is going to allow you the space to find something new. And that newness will come from not allowing it to be part of your construct. So instead of giving this mental energy to a situation that may feel really challenging, we go to the underlying vibration that is at the core of that. So in the relationship, go to love. Go to the feeling of love that belongs below all that other expression. Or in ill health, go to the feeling of wholeness in health that can come below the confusion about your health. In not feeling good enough, go to your worthiness. Go to the worthiness that exists below this program. It's got to be there because you're fighting against it. If you can actually see it and understand it there, and you're creating all these constructs around it, it's got to be there for you to access. So what is the vibration below the program that is actually true? What's the truth? Because what you'll find is your perception will change. If you feel love in a relationship, you will see love. Your perception will be love. And maybe it could be argued that's another program, but it's actually more truth because it's vibrational. And if you're holding that vibration in your body, the power to feel that around you in your reality is incredible. If you hold health in your body, you hold wholeness in your body, you hold well-being in your body, you will look to your outside environment to reaffirm that beyond any programming. So wake up to the program that holds you. The paradoxical pieces of it looks good, it looks bad simultaneously, and become aware of the vibration that underlies all of it. Because that is your home. That's where we're going. Anything less, any thoughts that bombard you continually, they're all program. They're not supporting you. They're derailing you. So get clear. Get clear and get focused and centered here. Not out there, not in the program. Be well, you guys. Know that there is potential for a new reality. It's coming. You're hearing this because you're ready. So get ready and do the work of becoming conscious of when you're in a program. And liberate yourself. Liberate yourself in the moment by choosing not to be in that space, but to go the vibration below it. What do you really want? You want love? Be love. You want to be healthy? Be health. You want to be confident in who you are? Take it now. Be it now. Do not look for the external showing up of that expression, because it's only going to be colored by your program. Be it now. Be what you want to be right now. I love you guys.